Dark Days, the Casting. In Cairo, they had called me an adventurer. In Athens, they called me a philosopher. But at my small museum in the quiet American city of St. Roch, in the first decades of the 20th century, I was an archaeologist. The job itself never changed. The human story is a mystery told by a billion unreliable narrators. And for the duration of our species, I have been nothing more than a detective. The mission was always the same, to carry forward the torch of discovery and reveal the secrets hiding in the darkest shadows, the truth buried deep beneath millennia of human memory. We found them over many lifetimes, lurking out of sight in human history, unchanging, all-seeing. We had long heard rumors of the rhyming demon of Camelot, brothers who kept secrets and mysteries, the man as old as America, the grove of ancient humanoid plants, of sorcerers, shining knights, cavemen, and phantom strangers of all stripes. None had ever thought to bring them together, the immortals. I told them what I now knew, that our lives did not begin in Egypt, that they began generations earlier. The dark priest hath set, he had not cast us down this path of reincarnation. He had taken our pasts away from us. He had obscured the truth behind the metal we wore in our wings and belts in service of something darker than any mortal could comprehend. A figure stepped from the back. His voice was like the low rumble of thunder. He spoke of the metal that changed everything and the terrible being that it had brought forth. The being from beyond all our understanding. Al Ghul, do you see what I see? Yes, Miss Seward, I do. The being that was cast out and sought desperately to return, to tear down all that was light in the world and drag it into the dark. And the truth would hit us like lightning. Enough, Amphitryon. This human falls under the protection of Themyscira. I am certain Batman was about to politely ask for safe passage to your patron's temple. I was going to do that next. You should have called me, Bruce. This is not a part of the world any mortal should walk alone. I promise you, Diana, I wouldn't be here if it weren't absolutely necessary. I'm so damn close to the answers I need to make sense of all I've seen. I need someone with a greater perspective, someone who was there when this was all set in motion. How did you discover the entrance to this place? I found a scroll from a death cult of smith workers buried in the Alps, dating back to 200 AD. They described the treacherous path to the great forge of Hephaestus. They would throw themselves in the fire when they reached it. They would become the fuel of his creations themselves. And that's what you wish, Bruce? Make yourself a sacrifice to the gods? There are easier ways. Diana, I need to speak with him. I'm sorry, Bruce, but you're too late. The gods have abandoned Earth. They have barred the gates of Olympus behind them. Why would they leave? I shouldn't be telling you any of this, Bruce, but they believe a war is coming. A war that will not only shape the Earth, but the cosmos themselves. A crisis that will shake the very firmament and douse the light of creation. I can see in your eyes that you see it coming too. How can you know the thinking of the gods? I know fear, Diana. Use your lasso if you think I'm hiding anything from you. I'm not. The further I follow this mystery, the more frightened I become. Every question leads to more questions. I hoped Hephaestus would be able to shine a light into the darkness. He may still. Before I came to you, I had a vision. The great hound, war form of Hephaestus, sat before me with eyes of fire and told me I would need to come here. and that I would need to give you this. This is the Sunblade, Bruce. It was created for Apollo at the dawn of human civilization, one of 12 weapons, created for each of the Pantheon. Humans are not meant to know these weapons even exist, let alone wield them. They were forged with the most powerful metal Hephaestus ever worked with. He called it the 8th metal. It is not the pure form you seek, but if you follow its light, it will guide you where you need to go. Mark my words, Bruce. The gods have given you the sun to light your way. Do not throw it away for the darkness. And most of all, be wary of the gods. They have their own agendas. The 8th. So do I. There's something beginning in the world, and somehow I've found myself at its center. It's as though I can hear a message calling out from the shadows, but the more I try to listen, the more it sounds like laughter. Do you see the big picture yet, Green Lantern? Or am I going to have to spell it out for you in big plain letters? We've listened to enough of your insanity, Joker. There isn't a single reason we should trust a damn word you say. Just thinking about Batman locking you away down here for God knows how long. Trust me, GL, I'm going to have a talk with Batman when he gets back. Why so angry, Duke? Is it because you're the also-ran, the not good enough to get the real job, Robin? Or is it because the last time I saw you, I poisoned your parents past the brink of sanity and tried to have them shot right in front of your impressionable eyes? I'll hurt you. Get back, Duke. You don't want to mess with that energy field. See, I haven't had fun like this in ages. Oh, that's how it all started, you know. A bit of fun. I cut off my face and thought I'd kill his whole family. You know how it is. Get rid of the kids and rekindle the romance. The old flame. But it turns out he likes the brats. So there I was, tumbling down into the dark of the deepest corner of the Batcave, and splash! I must admit, I thought I was a goner. Until I woke up in the dark, and this shimmering green metal was running all over me, stitching my wounds back together, putting my face back just right. And then I saw it towering over me, a marking on the wall, older than Gotham, older than civilization. The bat behind the bat. I needed to know more, and there were people. They knew. The owls knew. That lunatic, crazy quilt knew. You see, it's all a great conspiracy. The pieces planted for generations. Birds had become bats. Light had become dark. Sanity had become insanity. It was coming. I could feel it in me. Even when I wasn't myself, I could still feel it in my head. An echo in the shadows, calling the real me back to the surface. I'm sure you know what I mean, Duke. You must have felt it, too. You're probably feeling it right now. That pesky little force field sure is reacting strangely to your body, don't you think? You did this. I don't know how you knew. Then you're not listening. It's still in me. It's in you. It's all around us. I just needed to create a circuit to escape, and you did the job wonderfully. No, won't let you get free. Offensive measures activating. Cutting power to Subcave Alpha. Smile protocol in effect. See? The dark is coming. GL, light up the room. We can't let him get away. Damn it, I can't. Ring's still shorting out. I don't know what the hell is happening. Oh, I know how this story is going to end. Because it's all happened before. The immortals spoke of the tribes at the dawn of man. The arrival of the strange metal that would change everything. Brought to this world by a tear in the fabric of reality. And the demon that rose from the dark and nearly conquered us all. At first we didn't believe, The scale of what they were telling us was too huge, too frightening. We set out to confirm their story, to find any evidence that it was all a lie. But instead, we found countless paintings on every continent, hidden in the deepest cave systems, all telling the same dark story. They spoke of the Hawk tribe, where my story had truly begun, though I did not remember it. They spoke of the betrayal by the Judas of the birds, who sided with the demon who took the sigil of the great and terrible bat, the plague bringer, the scourge of mankind. My wife and I, we died fighting it back into the dark from whence it came, shuttering the door between its world and ours. That was the truth hath severed us from, by recreating the scene millennia later. He, the emissary of the same dark forces that nearly fell humanity before it could begin. Birds and bats, forever at war. The immortals told us the metal was cursed. It needed to be eliminated, as its power came from the same darkness that begat this great destroyer. But this strange metal, it had been so much more to us. It had brought us wonders, brought us wings, and countless lives. I knew I had to understand more. I needed to see the place from which the power came. It took decades to build the technology we needed. We recruited adventurers from around the world who shared our values, our certainty that the nature of the cosmos was benevolent. We wouldn't allow ourselves to be beaten down by the unknown. We would challenge it. The wizard's knife gave us the power we needed to chart our way into the darkness. We were ready to understand the true nature of things, ourselves, and the worlds around us. I remember Shiera's hand in mine, holding tight as the switch was flipped. Then I remember the earth shaking as if it had been torn apart. And the screaming. As I stared into the darkness where Challenger's Mountain had stood, I felt a chill down my spine. And I saw the eyes of something great and terrible staring back at me through the abyss. Eyes waiting in the dark, waiting for something, someone. Computer, access the shadow drive. Record new audio file. I feel like I'm running out of time. 60 miles from the coast of Greece, the sunblade began to vibrate in reaction to an unknown source that has led me here, to a secret base of unknown origin deep under the Sonoran Desert. Searching for answers, and all I find are more mysteries. Send an alert to Black Lightning. I'll need the outsiders to scour the surroundings. Batman, you must turn back. Double X, this is a Cadmus base. No, Batman, that is what it was. What it has become is far darker. The DNA Project had tracked the beings with it in their blood, and they began to activate them with a power source they did not understand. What are you saying? What caused this? The metal you seek is cursed, Batman. The energy in it is roiling and dark. Everything it touches, it corrupts. See for yourself. See the damage it has wrought. Too weak. Cannot hold the psychic projection. You must turn back now, before it corrupts you, too. I feel its grip tightening on you. You need to tell me where this metal is. I need it to see what's coming. No, Batman. Run. He fought so bravely to prevent me from taking my birthright. I almost pity the creature. Hello, beloved. It's been a long time since beloved. What are you doing here, Talia? The same thing as you, I suppose. You seek something of great power, and it eludes your grasp. But nothing eludes the grasp of the demon, Bruce. What does Ra's al Ghul know, Talia? At the dawn of the 20th century, my father and others of his ilk came together to discuss a great mystery. One of them produced a powerful dagger made from the strange metal you seek. My father spent decades trying to reacquire it. He ultimately succeeded, picking it from the ruins of a private military base in the Rocky Mountains. He supposed the right people would pay good money to tap into its power. So you've come to do your father's bidding? No, Batman. There have been secret battles to suppress the power of this metal for decades, but its power has only grown with time, tainting more and more. True war is now inevitable. You must know this. You have one of the potentials living under your roof. I came for the knife to ready myself for war. It darkens day by day, its terrible power growing. I've heard rumblings. Leviathan moving against you, the great assassin you've brought back into the fold. You have nothing to fear from the silencer, Bruce, nor from me. Talia, what if I could offer you a trade? The 8th form of the metal for the 9th. You would trade light for darkness. You would give me the power of a god. The world is at a moment of great imbalance. I help the mother of my son, the daughter of my enemy, so that should the moment come where I need to call upon her for a greater favor, perhaps she'll answer. Very well. They say you can hear the name of the wizard who forged the dagger when you hold it in your hand, that it carries a small piece of his great power, the power of Shazam. We need light, damn it! I'm trying! Joker, show yourself! I can't let him dig any deeper. There's no telling what will happen next if he does. He doesn't understand how important he is, not like I do. It's some kind of machine. What is that thing? I don't get it, Joker. Where's the joke in all of this? This isn't funny. Get away from... Don't you understand? This is what your alien bosses sent you here to stop. If he uses the machine, that'll be the end of everything. No. Oof. Oh, Duke, I see why you're so angry. You've never quite fit in here, have you? No matter how much Batman pretends you belong, like the giant penny or the T-Rex, there's something different about you. Shut up! Aren't you curious? Isn't there a part of you that wants to know why Batman picked you? Why I picked you? Did you know? At Gotham Mercy Hospital, there's an automatic flag that goes up when something unusual is detected in a blood sample. It's a kind of metal toxicity, but they can't really track any of the side effects because it sure as hell isn't iron. It's not even mercury. The first doctor to put that flag up, the program only gave him 4 characters to designate the flag. But he did the best he could, and I've seen that file for both you and your mom. META. And Batman's been tracking as many of you as he can for years now. Don't you see? A whole new generation of superheroes and supervillains. The soldiers of the war that will rip this world apart. Tell the computer to pull up the meta file sometime. You can see them all for yourself. People with that crazy metal running through their veins. You've seen what it can do in its other forms. Can you imagine what it does to people? What am I saying? Of course you can. I know the truth, Duke. I know what you are here to do. You'll let him see in the dark. That's all you are, Duke. That's the role you're destined to play. You are the signal, and I can't allow that, so I'm going to have to kill you now. No, I won't let you. And the signal goes dark. And now, to write the grand finale of this sordid tale, so we can get back to the good stuff. Bats and clowns, not bats and birds. This has gone on long enough. You're damn right, Joker. There's something you probably should have known before you knocked me into Bat's underground hangar. I'm a decorated member of the United States Air Force. Your story time is over. No! There was a time I believed that the world got a little better every time we solved one of the great mysteries. When we mastered a law of nature with our wit and our science, I felt we were marching onward and upward, toward the kind of utopia of science and wonder that first captured my imagination when I saw the Thanagarian ship crashing in my life as Khufu. They were scientists we would discern. We thought they came bearing gifts and knowledge. Now I know the reason they brought the 9th metal here. They came to warn us of what they knew was on the other side. They didn't come to help us move forward into the light. They were here to stop us in our tracks, so the universe would never fall prey to the ambitions of a small world that even millennia later can barely get past its moon. This is the final entry in my journal. I believe I have found a way to penetrate the barrier of our reality and enter the dark myself. I still believe in my heart that there is wonder and hope out there in the unknown, at the center of all this incredible power, but that hope seems more foolish with every passing day. I feel the encroaching darkness planting doubt deep in my soul. The others, even my wife, believe that the mystery is and has always been a trap dragging us into nightmares, begging us to let those nightmares free and destroy our world. And it is true. Our enemy has grown stronger than I could ever have imagined. They keep killing my spies as I get closer to determining their plans. I've done my best to avert their endgame. I am entrusting this journal and the terrible secrets with the family that has always been most loyal to the birds, with the command to hide it unless I fail and the beast comes again. Then and only then will the journal reveal itself. They know how important this is, that they must stay far from the dark and frightening truth lurking under the world, trying to force itself through. I stand with my torch, facing the dark. I believe I will find something out there, a glimmer of potential, but I know that I am likely wrong, that all I will find is the darkness itself. I walk towards my end alone, so that no man could ever be foolish enough to follow. What's so funny? It's happening again. No matter what I do, it just keeps coming and coming and coming. Everything is going backwards, and neither of you understand. You don't even realize that this time I was being the good guy. A dark crisis is coming, and here you are, two bright burning lights calling it forward. GL, something's wrong. I mean, come on, how is that not funny? It's like I can feel something getting closer. All the pieces are connected, and the puzzle always comes together in the form of a bat. No! Duke! The Joker, where did he... Jordan, what the hell did you do to my cave? What did I do? This was the Joker. You let him out? Do you have any idea how many Justice League bylaws you're breaking for locking up one of the most dangerous people on the planet in your basement without telling anyone? Yeah, Bruce, I do. I needed him. For what? To fill every gap in this insane conspiracy theory with lies? Secret metals with incredible power shaping human history? I mean, come on! And based on what you told the League, you can't even be sure that was the real Joker. Bruce, we need you to explain what's going on here. I've spent a long time putting these pieces together, finding what I needed to look back into the dark. Back? I called this my final invention, It was designed to help ensure this city would always have a Batman, but before it was finished, I died at the hands of the Joker. And that would have been the end of my story, if not for the metal. If not for the Dionysium, I would have lost my life, not just my memory. Ultimately, I used the machine to reconstitute myself. But the metal was still nestled in the cracks in my skull, and when the machine activated, I saw something impossible. Impossible versions of myself dying over and over again. Nothing in the machine I built could have given me those visions. It was the metal. This incredible, powerful metal. This metal I couldn't escape in any facet of my life. As though it were targeting me over and over for some unknown reason. As though it wanted me to understand it. I began to rebuild the machine from the ground up. I wanted to look inside the dark, to the source of the metal's power. I knew that once I did, it would all come together. It would all make sense. Whatever you've been doing in here caught the attention of the Guardians of the Universe, Batman. And that doesn't give you pause. Why would a mortal man on a backwater world doing a little bit of archaeology require interference by intergalactic peacekeepers? Why does your ring, the most powerful weapon in the universe, cower in the face of a pure strain of this strange, impossible metal? The Joker said you brought me in to study me like some kind of experiment. The Joker lies, Duke. I never tried to shape you. I only wanted to be there when you decided what you were going to become. This was supposed to be the end of all this. I have the dimensional frequency of the energy locked, and with this dagger, I have the power to see the truth at the heart of the mystery. Whoa, that dagger, it's doing something to me. It's like I can see the whole machine still together, made of light. I see where this belongs, how it all fits together. I can see where the light was. I don't know how to explain. The Joker said this would happen. How could he know? Hal, I know this makes you uncomfortable, but the night is getting blacker every minute, and this evil is far out of sight. Yeah, Batman, I know my oath. All right, kid, this duplicate ring's just a loner, okay? And if what I've been going through today is any indication, this is going to hurt a lot. You need to put all of yourself, all your will into that ring, and show us what you see. Oh, Batman, it's all here. Psycho Pirate's mask, the Owl's electrum, hyperelastic molecules, ancient Themyscira and Atlantean artifacts, relics of order and chaos. Together with your help, Duke, they will show me the way. Whatever you see in there, Bruce, I'm telling the Guardians. If this stuff can affect our rings, there's no telling how powerful it could be. I understand, Hal, and thank you. There is a feeling you get at the end of an adventure. You feel it in the anxious quickening in your heart, in every tentative footstep you take. It's the fear of what you've done to bring you to that point. The knowledge that whatever mistakes you've made are yours to own from here into eternity. It is the knowledge that there is no way back. At the beginning, your story burned white-hot with possibility. You felt the fire in your veins, the need to know, to explore, to understand. And more than that, the knowledge that you can chart your own course toward that greater knowledge. That you, and only you, control your destiny. But with every step forward, your story cooled and hardened, pulling you inexorably toward a singular ending, an ending you can no longer choose, an ending that chooses you. Bruce! From the Journal of Carter Hall. Bruce, what did you see? Darkness. What? I don't understand. I did everything right, but all I saw was darkness. It is done. He has stared into the abyss, and we have hidden what lies within. The final seal is broken. After all these generations, the sacrifice is at hand. Let us see them. Let us see what he should have seen if we had not prepared him correctly. The dark days are over. The dark nights are coming. And with them, the true father of Batman.